Hello and welcome to the channel. If you are new around here, be sure to subscribe for daily FM content, whether that's tactics, gameplay or other things. Be sure to comment what you'd like to see. Link in the description below to my current series where you can see the tactic in action, and also a link to all my socials. Enjoy the video and be sure to like and subscribe. Hello and welcome back to the channel, episode 5 of Fire in Charge. Next up is Burnley. Let's have a look at what we're expected to do this season with this tactic. So fight bravely against relegation. So they're pretty much almost favourites to go down. If it's bravely against relegation, it tends to mean they're bottom 3. And you're going to try and get a few points, maybe finish 3 or 4 off of the safety zone. But apart from that, it seems like they're pretty much down before you even start the save. Another 4th round in the Carabao Cup, another 5th round in the FA Cup, seems to be the standard Premier League sort of requirements there. But the weird one is that bravely against relegation, even though Burnley last year were in Europe, then it does seem quite an interesting one. So have a look at the tactic. We've got 2 today. So the first tactic is a default 4-4-2, like I suggested in last video. Most likely going to be a Brexit formation here. We've got Nick Pope in goal. I'm thinking sweeper keeper defender. I always prefer sweeper keepers and normal goalkeepers. We've got Lowton at right back, fullback support. Decent pace, decent dribbling. He can tackle as well and good work rates once again. 30 years old, so may have to replace him in a couple of years. Tarkowski and me, a very good centre-back partnership. I wouldn't play in ball players because their vision's quite low. I think it's single figures for both of them, 9 vision and 8 vision. Even though Tarkowski is a ball player, I would leave him on the central defender just to keep it quite basic at the back. But they're both good, both pretty quick, good in the air, good tackling, good leadership as well for both of them. So overall, it's a very good partnership there. And left back, Eric Peters, another 30-year-old, probably have to replace him in a couple of years, if not a year or straight away, depending on the budget. But I'll definitely look to replace him. Good defensively, but not the best going forwards in terms of pace or necessarily crossing. So that's our back 5 set there. We've gone for Jay Rodriguez at right midfield. He's a left midfielder attacking left, but we've put him on the right midfield for now, just because he's pretty well-rounded. He's pretty good. He has a decent work rate for a right mid. Good crossing, good dribbling, good pace. I think overall for a Burnley side, expected to fight relegation, I think he's a good little right mid. We've got Jack Cork and Hendricks in midfield. Jack Cork is a box-to-box. I like him a lot this year. Box-to-box, 14 tackling, good dribbling. He can't shoot, so maybe go and put him on shooting less if you can. But good stamina, decent physicals, great mentals, 18 work rate, 17 teamwork, 18 determination. Very, very nice player. Technically okay, passing's okay, vision's alright. For a box-to-box though, more on the mentals and physical side, he's a very good box-to-box. Gone for Hendricks at left centre mid. DLP defends, pretty much the defensive cover for what Cork can't do, which is tackle. I think Cork's tackling is 14 actually, maybe not. Got him a DLP defender to sit back then in that case, just to make him sit there and win the ball back, and to release to a more offensive player with his decent passing and vision there. Work rates are good, anticipation is good, DLP defend all day for him. And we've got for Dwight McNeil at left mid. He's probably your key player, 19 years old. The only one with real potential, I'd say, in the squad so far. 5-star potential. Good determination, great dribbling, great crossing, good set-piece deliveries as well, which we'll come on to in a second. Good pace, good fitness, good passing, good technique. Pretty much a very good player, and he can play left wing as well as left mid, and right wing as well as right mid as well. And he can play up front, but I wouldn't do that. 11 finishing is not the best, unless you want to train him there. As we've gone for a 4-4-2, Ashley Barnes pressing forward. You guys know I'm a big fan of pressing forwards this year. Aggression, bravery, work rate, determination. He's a very, very good pressing forward. And just after his peak at 29 years old, he could probably last you 2 or 3 years, I'd say. If you want to improve him, there's no reason why not. But I'd say overall, he could probably last you a couple of seasons at least and get you a few goals with 14 finishing and good technique and decent pace as well. He's not too slow at 6'1". Also next to him, we've got Chris Wood, DLP support. I've put him as. I would put him as DLP attack. However, he can't dribble. 11 dribbling is not the best. So I've gone for a support role there. He's good at holding the ball up, which is what you want. Plays with back to goal, pretty much holds the ball up. Gives it to either a left mid in terms of McNeil, a right mid in terms of Rodriguez, or his partner up front in Barnes. But overall, if he gets a chance in front of goal, 13 finishing. Anticipation is good, balance is good. And once again, a big lump up front for our individual tactics here on the left. Positive mentality, more direct passing, fairly narrow width, hit early crosses as well, and the most important thing is play for set pieces. If you find a good set piece tactic, then which we'll upload on actually on the channel soon, we'll try and get a set piece video done for you guys soon. But if you have a good set piece, you'll score plenty of goals with this side because everyone tends to be 7 foot tall at Burnley. Don't know what it is about them. 7 foot tall in English, they're in the squad. In transition, we've gone counter press and counter. We've left the distribution areas to what you fancy. I mean, we haven't got ball players at the back necessarily, so you could go to target man in terms of Chris Wood, could go to wingers in terms of Rodriguez and McNeil, or you could just keep it at fullbacks. I think it's a more personal choice of what you want in this save. And in out of possession, we've kept it exactly the same. Haven't pressed too much. 4-4-2, don't want to go too crazy in terms of running out the pitch and pressing. We want to keep it nice and compact, 2 flat lines of 4, and that's what we've done in this tactic. On to tactic 2 now. So we have got a couple of different things. So let me swap out Wood for Westwood before we continue. Nick Pope in goal. The back 5 is exactly the same. The roles are the same as well. If you wanted to, you could go full-back attack, but I'm not sure the players are up to it in terms of going forwards and getting back at the same time. So we've gone for our flat 3 midfield. Jack Cork stays as a box-to-box. We've then put Westwood replacing Chris Wood as a DLP defender. Good tackling. He's pretty decent overall at playing in that role. I would definitely have him there. Mentals are 15 plus in most important stats. Not the quickest in terms of physicals or the most fit. So I'd definitely leave him in that midfield just to sit there and sweep up. And we've got Hendricks as a box-to-box here. So we've got 2 box-to-box running from either side of the midfield here. But overall, all round pretty good. Off the ball and position is good for Hendricks. Good passing, good dribbling. Can have some long shots as well. 13 long shots, 12 finishing. So it's a pretty good option to have at centre mid. A bit more creative freedom for your front 3 as well. By having 3 midfielders, it allows your front 3 to roam. So Jay Rodriguez, winger attack, we've got him there. And Dwight McNeil, winger attack as well. You want him to utilise his crosses. His crosses does improve. He's 19 years old. He's quite a good crosser in real life, as FM Raz would know. Shout out to him. But we've got him as winger attack there. And we've got Ashley Barnes, sole striker, pressing forward. You should get quite a few chances with these front 3. With them being not being restricted to being back because of our flat 3 midfield, we should have quite a few fair chances. This is pretty much the footballing style rather than the Burnley style, if that makes sense, or the stereotypical Burnley style. Don't want to offend any fans in the video in the comments, but this is more of a playing football tactic. We've gone for a fairly narrow width, pass into space, important for pressing forward up front, short distribution, early crosses once again because we want to utilise Ashley Barnes' height. In transition, counter press, counter, and distribute to fullbacks this time. Feel like for this save, you've got enough cover from midfield if you do lose the ball up the pitch that you can recover it quite quickly. And out of possession, we have gone for the default. Could press some more if you wanted. You've got 3 midfielders this time and a higher line in terms of strikers, but I'd keep it as it is. I wouldn't go too crazy with this save. In terms of transfers, we have currently got a budget of 15 million, which is quite a lot for a relegation side. And 46 grand a week, I'd maybe boost that a bit more to wages when you can. But in terms of transfers, who would I buy? I would definitely look for fullbacks, 100%. Loughton is 30 years old. Eric Pete is also 30. Maybe try and get a couple of young fullbacks you can bring through if possible. Goalkeepers you're fine with. Joe Hart as backup is out on 1-year contract, but I think you can renew it if you wanted to. Or just bring someone else that's young in. In terms of strikers, if you want someone with pace, if you want to change your style to a pace formation, then obviously you could replace Chris Wood and Barnes quite easily there. And you've got the money to do so. You can buy someone like Esposito for quite cheap or get him on loan. I mean, loans are quite important this year. For a team like Burnley fighting relegation, I think loans could definitely keep you safe. Maybe get a Thiago Almada for maybe a midfield role or even out wide or even up front if you wanted to. But there are definitely my recommendations. Fullbacks, strikers, and maybe a young centre mid if you wanted it because our experience is there but our age is not. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're new around here. And I'll see you next time for a Chelsea tactic. We'll have to see how we do fighting Champions League without any transfer budget. See you later guys and hope you enjoyed the video.